Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Levered Up Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about image, value, and purpose. Stick with us. My topic today is self-purpose. It's a search. We're all searching for purpose. Why are we here on this planet? What are we meant to do? What's the goal of our existence? Such a big question. Today is the first day in your new life. Why? Because you're going to find your purpose. What does it mean to find your purpose? It means to know why you exist and what you were put on this earth to do. Before I answer that, I want to take 2 steps back. Let's go back. Before we find our self-purpose, we want to think about our self-value, self-worth. Before we find our self-worth, let's talk about self-image. What is self-image? Self-image is you looking in the mirror, a reflection. Here I am. Here's my image. Here I am. Here's my image. So what does this mean? It means that each of us has an image inside our brain about what we look like. It's not about our physical appearance. It's about our attributes, our characteristics, who we are as an individual, what we can do. So you can say, I'm a jock. I'm really muscular. I'm creative. I'm energetic. I'm inspirational. You might think of yourself in a certain way. I can't do this and I can't do that. You might think, I'm not a jock. I'm not creative. I'm not inspirational. I'm not a good public speaker. I'm not a good thinker. I'm not a good technologist. You might have those thoughts, or you might have other thoughts that say, I can figure out technology. I can figure out how to speak in public. I can figure out how to sell product. I can figure out how to do marketing. I can figure out how to do anything. And so there's kind of 2 different images there. One that says, I can, I am, and it's possible. And one that says, I can't, I'm not, it's not possible. Now it's time for 10-10-10. Let's do a quick exercise now. Let's think about 10 things. 10 things that are great about you. I want you to start 10 sentences saying, I am, I can, I have, I excel. Things that are positively correlated with your behavior. What does self-image have to do with purpose? You cannot find your purpose if you have a poor or negative self-image. Why? Because self-image drives self-worth. So what happens is when you have a poor image of yourself, when you say, I am not creative, I am not capable, I cannot do that, what happens is you devalue yourself. Devalue yourself. We talked about value? No, we haven't. That's going to be another episode. But what does it mean to devalue yourself? It means that in life there are 2 things, and they kind of have a balance. Some people have a lot of confidence, and they think they can achieve things, but they have a lower level of capability, so their confidence exceeds their capabilities. Other people are the other way around. They have more capabilities than confidence. So what's the difference between those 2 scenarios? Well, in one sense, you'll find somebody that has more confidence than capabilities, figure out how to acquire those capabilities and achieve everything that they believe they can achieve. So the confidence is driving them forward. In other situations, you have somebody that's capable. They've got more capabilities than confidence. That's because they have a lower self-worth than what they're actually worth in society, in their mind, in the world. And so even though they have great capabilities, because they lack the confidence, because they lack the self-worth, they get stuck. And you can see this. Just look at the people around you who are the most successful people. They're not necessarily the most talented, the most creative, the most capable people, but they do have confidence, they have conviction, they have courage, they have passion, they have things that are not related to their capabilities. And so there's this kind of disconnect, this chasm, this schism between your confidence and your capabilities. So this gap between your self-confidence and your self-capabilities, your self-image and your self-worth has a lot to do with your success in life. Have you ever had that situation where you had that internal self-doubt? You wanted to take advantage of an opportunity. You wanted to audition for something. You wanted to apply for something. You wanted to nominate yourself for something. You wanted to step up to something. And then you thought, I'm not the best person for this. I can't do this. I'm not sure. Have you also had a situation where somebody externally doubts you and says, you shouldn't apply to that. You shouldn't work on that. You shouldn't do that because you're not capable. Be very, 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 very careful of those situations where people or yourself tell you that you can't do something. Devaluing your self-worth will get in your way of the self-success. It is self-sabotaging. Now, I want you to think about 10 facts, things that you are worthy of. Are you worthy of love? Are you worthy of respect? Are you worthy of an opportunity? Are you worthy of a trial? Are you worthy of an interview? Are you worthy of an audition? Are you worthy of anything? 10 things that you are worthy of, 10 confirmations. So let's assume you're one of those people that has great self-worth, but you haven't found your purpose. How can you go about that? What is purpose in the first place? What is purpose in the first place? Purpose is not a goal, because goals are time-bound. What does that mean? My goal is to make $1 million. What happens after $1 million? What happens after you achieve that goal? You're lost again. You have no purpose. Purpose is not goal-based. Purpose is action-based. Purpose is habit-based. Purpose is lived, not achieved. What does that mean? If my purpose is to teach people how to read, I will do that every day from here till the end of time. It doesn't matter if they read in books, it doesn't matter if I teach them through Zoom, it doesn't matter if I teach them in person. I can change how I do it, but my purpose remains the same. My purpose is to teach people how to speak Chinese. That's different than saying I have a goal of teaching 100 people to speak Chinese, because once I reach that goal, I'm lost again. I'm like, okay, I did that. What happens now? Do I just do more of the same? There's a big difference between purpose and objectives or goals. So purpose is best found in servitude. What does that mean? It means you choose a way to serve mankind, society, your family, the people around you. And that service will continue throughout your whole life. That service is defined by what you believe is important. So it reflects your values. It reflects that self-image that we talked about. It reflects the confidence that you have to make a positive impact on the world. And so, purpose is found in service. Now, we each have different inclinations. We want to serve in different ways. Some people are focused on their family, some people are focused on their community, some people are focused on problems that have not yet been solved in society. And that last section is what we call entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have a very clear purpose because they picked a problem to work on. And they might work on that problem for their whole career, through one failure, through the next, through one startup, through the next. The reason they continue, even after one startup succeeds or fails, is because they don't have a goal of monetary value. They have a purpose of solving that problem. And as long as that problem remains unsolved for some category of people in the world, their purpose is to continue to tackle it. How do you find how you serve society? And how do you find who you serve? If you look at anybody who's found their purpose in life, they've gone through a journey of exploration and a journey of intention. And those phases might come one after the other, where we explore, then we focus, then we explore, then we focus, then we explore, then we focus. But the goal of that is to find what you really care about. So one of the problems that people start out with really young in their careers, really young in their education, really young in their life is they don't explore. If you decide when you're 10 years old, I'm going to be a lawyer, and all you do from that age until you're 30 is work towards being a lawyer, and then once you're actually a lawyer, you realize this type of work I don't like. I don't like serving people in this way. I don't like making this my life's work. I don't enjoy what's happening here every day. This doesn't feel like service. This feels painful. There's something wrong with the system. There's something corrupt. I don't want to play this game anymore. If that's what you realize, then you're completely lost, because all you've been doing throughout your whole life is working to be a lawyer, and you don't have any other experiences to fall back on. You don't have any other experience to enrich your mind and to give you an indication of where to go next. So, intention is great. When you decide this is what I want to do, intention is great. And saying no to other opportunities so that you can focus on what you intend to do is amazing. But there is a balance between saying no and saying yes. So there's a balance between exploration, which means saying yes to things that might not work, yes to things that are unsure, yes to things that are uncertain, yes to things that may not be related to anything you're doing today, but might tell you a little bit about yourself what you like to do and where you can go in the future, and between saying, no, I don't have the time for that because I'm focused on this. No, I don't want to work on that because I got to get this done. No, I got to prioritize this before that. So, if you want to find your purpose, you got to balance those two. You got to say enough yeses to figure out what you like to do, how you can serve, and how you can add value to society, your community, and the world. But you also got to say no to things that are kind of a distraction from that and take you away from your path. Let's take an example of a basketball player. How can a basketball player find purpose? And is his purpose to play basketball, or is it something else? Well, it depends. If this basketball player, if he said, my purpose is to help kids get out of the ghetto and to find their careers in life and to find a path out of poverty and into greatness, if that is his purpose and that is the service that he wants to provide to the community, then basketball, what he does in the day, is just a vehicle to get a platform to be able to communicate the things that he needs to that community, to inspire that community, to financially support that community, to set up schools in that community, to impact that community. And so my purpose is to impact that community, and that'll happen today and tomorrow and every day. Whether I win the championship or not, whether I win this game or not, whether I succeed or fail, whether I have millions or billions, it doesn't matter. My purpose is to use my talent, which is playing basketball, to get the political support, the financial means, the stakeholder buy-in, whatever it takes to impact that community. And that is my lasting purpose. So that's an example of how career and purpose are not the same thing. So if you want to have depth in your life, you got to think about, what is the goal of this career? Where am I going with this? How am I leveraging my skills to create an impact? And what is my purpose? Now for our final 10-10-10 activity. This time, I want you to think about 10 different ways that you can serve people around you. There could be different types of people, there could be different groups or audiences, but I want you to think about, here's 10 different ways that I can help people around me, whether they're in my community, my life, or all around the world. Remember that we are all digitally connected. Remember that we have Zoom and YouTube and podcasts and all this great stuff. Remember that I can influence somebody in America, and somebody in America can influence somebody in India, and somebody in India can work with somebody in the UK. So do not underestimate the reach and power of your servitude and how far, wide, and deep you can impact people's lives. Think about that. Come up with 10 reasons or 10 ways you can serve others. Write them down, and then please share your thoughts in the comments below.